It's time for the 2015 Midwest Championships. We're at the University of Minnesota at the Rec and Wellness Center, which boasts 12 courts and is one of the premier facilities here in Minneapolis. We'd like to welcome you all to the event. We have a great event for you. And remember, the WRT plays best 2 out of 3 with the tiebreaker to 11. So get ready as the battle for number 1 continues here with the WRT.
Being number 1 is not just a title, it's a confirmation that all of the hours of work have paid off. If you want to be number 1, there's no time for breaks, no timeouts, and no tomorrows. There's just the work that you put in today. More than I want, I will be number 1.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Midwest Championships here at the University of Minnesota. I'd like to thank you all for coming out to support the WRT and this great event, which is presented by Gearbox. If you guys want to check out some of the Gearbox products, go to gearboxrb.com. We thank them for making this event possible, and we thank you all for watching. Now, are you guys ready for our second quarterfinal match of the day? Because I want to hear you show us some love. Come on, put your hands together. Let's get some excitement out here. We saw a great first quarterfinal match between Jake Bredenbeck and Jaime Martel, which means the winner will push through to the semifinals later tonight at 5 p.m. So make sure you come back for those matches later this evening. But right now, let's kick off our quarterfinal and introduce the players. First up, all the way from Cuenca, Ecuador, I'd like to introduce number 16 ranked Fernando Rios. And he will face off against the number 2 player here on the WRT from Juarez, Mexico. Put your hands together for Alex Cardona. The players will be playing with the official ball of the WRT. That's the Gearbox Black Ball. And remember, they play best 2 out of 3. Woo, it's some fire. All right, Cardona is going to call it. Call it? Hey, you didn't call it. We do it again? All right, ready? You're going to call it? Yeah. You're going to start? All right, Cardona's going to start off serving. Best of luck. And we're live here in our second quarterfinal match of the day between Fernando Rios and Alex Cardona. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me today on the mic is our current winner from our quarterfinal match here this morning, Jake Bredenbeck. Welcome, Jake.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
especially being in my home state. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have you on the mic here in Minnesota. I don't know if you heard, but we were asking some of the juniors here who they thought was going to win the match, and Minnesota had your back out here. So
that's what I like to hear.
So now this means you'll play the winner of this match that's actually about to start here between Alex Cardona and Fernando Rios. I know you've matched up against Cardona plenty of times as we move here through the quarters and the semis and the finals of our games. So any predictions for this match?
I don't know. They're both really tough players to beat. It's kind of contradicting styles. Fernando, he's great at retrieving, great at getting ball, getting everything. He gets to every shot, and Cardona's a power player. Loves shooting, hits everything hard. I think it'll be a very interesting match.
Yeah, another exciting quarterfinal. We had an exciting quarterfinal already today. Coming up after this at 12 p.m., we have Cliff Swain versus David Horn. And at 1 o'clock, Polo Gutierrez versus Jose Daniel Ugalde. So some great matches here. And now Cardona versus Rios. Looks like they're ready to get started. We have Jaime Martel as our referee. And here we go. Quick side out there for Rios. This is game one of our second quarterfinal match here today. And first point for Rios. Definitely a quick player, pretty scrappy. I'm looking forward to seeing how he matches up here against Cardona.
I like this matchup just because it's two completely different styles, which can either mean a really good match or a really short match. So hoping for the first and hoping it's a good match, especially for me because I play the winner of this one.
Yeah,
be tired.
You want them to be worn out. Now your match went pretty long. I mean, over an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and 20.
Yeah, it was long. Jaime played very well, especially in the first game when he came back and won.
Yeah, quite a comeback there in game one.
Oh, that was a nice kid off the end of the racket. But yeah, he played very well. So.
Now, one thing that might be different from other tournaments, you're not playing doubles and Cardona's not playing doubles. So is that part of your strategy to stay healthy and strong all weekend?
Yeah, a little bit. When we have a lot of tournaments in a row and you're playing two events, sometimes it gets to be a lot if you're playing two events at every single one. So figured at this one, just play the singles and focus on that. And next week I'm going to play doubles again, but for this week, just the one. I think that's what he's thinking too. Same with him and Polo. And so.
Yeah, stay rested, stay healthy, and focus on singles.
We're already seeing it in the first couple rallies. They're completely different styles and how they're going to play in this match.
Lots of power from Cardona, and one thing I think that we've seen in the last couple of months from Cardona is he's developing more of a shot selection, and he already has the power and the talent in racquetball, so now kind of taking it and getting more strategy behind it.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very talented player. I love watching him play. Like you said, he hits the ball very hard, especially for his size. Just he moves his body well and gets all of his body into it. But like you said, then shot selection and all that comes next, and that's what's going to make him go to the next level. So.
Right, just kind of elevate the game.
Nice shot.
Here in game one of our quarterfinal match, Cardona versus Rios, tied up now.
been talking for nothing. Oh, nice get. Good rally.
Another good rally here in game one. Rios versus Cardona. Looks like it's going to put Rios back in the service box. Let's see if he can get some more points here. I think one thing we definitely can note about both players, they play with a lot of confidence. They both look really comfortable out there.
Yeah, definitely. And at this level, you have to. I mean, if you aren't confident out there and you know, you're a little shaky, then the other people can see that and they take advantage of it.
Yeah, the mental game has got to be such a huge factor here too.
It definitely. At this level, that's almost more important because, you know, at this level everyone can play. They kind of know what to do on the court. It's more the mental game. There's shot selection, how you're going to attack at this point, and all that different stuff. So.
Any tips for young racquetball players looking to work on their mental game?
Routine is huge, you know, especially in a tournament. But you got to kind of, it's hard, but.
Nice serve from Cardona.
Yeah, that was very nice. When it's tough for Fernando to get, it's a good serve.
Yeah.
No, routine is big though, and just it's a lot of, it's a lot of mental practice, and it sounds kind of weird, but you have to just find some way to be able to focus, think about, how you're going to do, what your game plan is going to be against this person, and go through it and just think about, okay, well, if they hit this, I got to do this. But, start basic and just find a routine. Find some way to just focus. If it's listening to me, I listen to music and stretch and warm up. Some people, watch videos. Some people, everyone has a different way. But
find
just
your own
way. Find your own
thing and
find a way to focus.
Stick with it. Looks like these guys are going to take a bit of a mental break here too, and so are we. We'll be right back after this. And we're back live in game one of our second quarterfinal match between Alex Cardona, who's out there on the court, and Fernando Rios. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me for this quarterfinal is Jake Bredenbeck, who just won the previous quarterfinal against Jaime Martel, which means he will play the winner of this match in the semifinals later tonight at 5 p.m. Right now, Cardona leading 6-1 in game one.
It's a good lead for him, and Michu's got to try and get back in that service box and get some points. Nice shot.
Nice side out there from Rios. And we were just talking about the mental game, and I feel like, that's part of the strategy with using timeouts, and it looks like it worked for Rios. Got him the side out.
Timeouts are, a lot of people don't use them enough, but timeouts are crucial, especially when you're down and your opponent's on a run. It just kind of, gives you a chance to refocus and maybe changes your opponent's thinking a little bit, lets them cool down or whatever. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes your opponent's just playing great, and that's just how it goes, but usually it's a good way to try and do something to change it up at least.
Rios, couple points here in a row, 3 serving 6. That's going to be a point there for Cardona. Now, I don't know, is this something we're starting on the WRT, but I'm noticing Cardona's fairly impressive and well-groomed beard, and you have what I think the #1 beard here on tour, Jake. Is this a trend now? Are we starting this?
I think it should be. I mean, I'm digging it. He's got he's got a good beard going on here. I think everyone should be growing a beard. Why not?
Yeah, all right, we'll start that on the WRT then.
I mean,
Show your support for the WRT. Know that I'm doing it in spirit as much as I can. No beards for me.
I mean, unfortunately, some people can't grow beards, quite like some of us.
Quite as impressive as a Bredenbeck or a Cardona?
Yeah. Oh, it's a good try. And even though Michu is, sorry, we call him Michu. I'm so used to calling him Michu, not Fernando. But even though Fernando is really quick, the way Cardona hits his passes with that much power, it's very hard to get, especially if he's hitting it well and it's not coming off the back wall. I enjoy watching both of these guys, just the way they play. Now, both really fast and get to a lot, and I enjoy watching both of them play.
Definitely. And just from their body language alone, they both just look so comfortable out there. I mean, Cardona's up right now, but you can't tell. Rios not showing too much frustration. Cardona not known for being very emotional on the court, for sure.
I think I've seen him say about 5 words on the
yeah.
court. But yeah, it's like I said earlier, it's key when, I know for me, I'm kind of more of an emotional player. My body language isn't the best on the court sometimes, and I kind of let things, get to me, but I also use that in a way. I know there was a call that I didn't like in the second game in my match, and that kind of fired me up. And it just depends on the player, It's just, you can't let the energy, go against you, whether you're emotional or not. You just have to use that and try and move in a positive direction. But it is key to keep the mental game strong. And whether you're up or down, you just kind of have to keep going and try not to give your opponent anything.
Scores 10 serving 3.
It's a nice serve.
Nice serve from Cardona. Kind of got lost there on Rios's racket. Another ace from Cardona makes it 11.
Yeah, it's tough when you're down like this to try and, stay strong and come back, but it's what it's what Michu has to do. He has to find something to keep, get back in the box, and he has to try and move Cardona around.
So what type of strategy would you apply against Cardona right now, considering you have to think
tough.
about it?
Yeah, no, it's tough because when he gets on a roll and he's shooting, he's very tough to play. At this point, it's just kind of move him around and try and make him shoot from the back. You want to get him in back because, if he beats you shooting from the back, that's the way it goes. But if, you're letting him stay up front and just beat you without, making him, I like to say earn it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you don't want. If he beats you and earns it and is rolling from 38 feet, well, that's just the way it goes.
It's like it worked for Rios with the side out, but
like
Cardona answers right back.
That.
Yeah, puts him right back in the service box.
On that serve, you got to try and keep it off the back wall because then it becomes a setup and makes it that much easier.
You don't want to set up Cardona.
No. There we go. It's a nice shot. Like to see someone. We have Alexi Coco writing us saying that his beard is #1 on the WRT, and I'm going to have to strongly disagree with that. Nice get. But Cardona puts it away again.
Looking very comfortable out here in game 1.
Yeah, he's definitely got the control here. And when he has the control, it's very difficult to get it back. I mean, you have to start basically rolling balls in order to get the control back from him when he's playing like this.
Looks like he'll get a second serve there.
Nice shot. It's a good pass.
See if Rios can capitalize now. And
needs shots like that, passes to make Cardona move. I think because of the way Cardona plays, he and I feel play fairly similar with a lot of power and stuff, and I think our weaknesses are similar in that, our cardio probably isn't the best. And so.
Oh, so there is a weakness here for #2 and #3 on the WRT.
There's a few, but no, the longer the match goes, the more it benefits Michu.
That's where the cardio pays off and the power starts to wane a little.
Yep.
Nice get there in the corner.
It's a nice shot.
It's always so surprising to me, though, when it's a nice shot, but then you guys still look frustrated out there. What's that about?
Well, okay, so he hits a good serve, and Michu returns it, and he's set up right there, right in the middle of the court, and he hits a pass 2 feet high that comes off the back wall. That's a shot that is frustrating because you should just put that away. It's a setup that should be rally over, but you give your opponent another chance, and that's where it's frustrating. Probably about 35. 35 chances for Jaime in the first game.
Those were the opportunities you set him up there for, huh?
Uh-huh. No, he played very well in the first game.
Cardona still controlling here game 1 of our quarterfinal. Rios still looking cool there in the back of the court. Switching up the serve.
That's a tough ceiling ball.
A high balls.
It's an error by Michu.
All right, this means it's Cardona's first game point here in our quarterfinal match. The winner of this match will continue on to play my co-host here, Jake Bredenbeck, in the semifinals later tonight at 5 p.m.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nice side out there for Rios. Let's see if he can capitalize and mimic Jaime Martel, who came back in game 1 of our first quarterfinal. Let's see. Down 3-14.
And that's shot selection from the back, especially when you're down 14-3. Unless you're rolling it out, trying to hit a pinch like that unless you roll it, it's not the right shot because, as you saw, it set Cardona up again.
All right, here's Cardona's second game point. Game 1 of our second quarterfinal match. Second serve.
a good pass.
Nice shot there from
Smart
Rios,
shot.
right
Yep.
down the line. Threw Cardona off a little bit. And gives him another opportunity here in the service box.
Serve. It's a good shot. Nothing you can do about that.
From way back in the court there, Cardona with the side out. And here's his third game point. Let's see if he can close it out, or he's going to battle Bredenbeck for the most game points in the first game of the quarterfinals. I think you had 6.
Wow. That's not good. Don't want to do that. It's a nice serve. There we go, game 1.
There's game 1 for Alex Cardona, winning it 15-3. Which means we're going to be right back here with game 2. We have more of Cardona versus Rios in our second quarterfinal. Stick around. We'll be right back. And we're back live in game 2 of our quarterfinal match here today between Alex Cardona and Fernando Rios. Cardona taking game 1 15-3. Now remember, the winner of this match will continue on to the semifinals later tonight, but first there's more quarterfinals here today. Our next quarterfinal match is between Cliff Swain and David Bobby Horn, and then at 1 p.m. Polo Gutierrez, the #1 player, against Jose Daniel Ugalde. So there's much more racquetball here to come. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me here for this quarterfinal match is the boy from Minnesota, Jake Bredenbeck.
Oh, now I'm a boy. Jeez. All right.
And Jake, you're also one of the recipients of the benefits from the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, helping support players reach their dreams of playing professional racquetball, supporting them on and off the court, helping you get to tournaments like this. So special thanks.
Yes, definitely. It's great to have them. Love their support. You know, as it says, reaching your dream. You know, we don't get to. It helps a lot for us to come and play these tournaments with all the help that we get. So really appreciate it. I know all the players do.
You guys want to help these players reach their dreams and help grow the sport? Go to reachingyourdreamfoundation.com and donate today. Go ahead and click that donate button and help these players reach their dreams on and off the court as we help them become professionals in racquetball and in life. Here we go. Looks like these guys are ready to start game 2. Fernando Rios will start serving. Cardona taking game 1 15-3, but anything can happen here. It's game 2.
Can't miss those. Especially like I was saying in the first game against Cardona and the way he's playing, you can't miss those.
First side out then for Cardona in game 2. Cardona serving. And the first point goes to Alex Cardona here. 1-0. Those of you watching at home, go ahead and follow us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That's World R-Ball Tour. We want to hear from you, so let us know who you think is going to be the champion as the battle for #1 continues at the Midwest Championships.
Yes, please let us know. I would like to see what all you guys think.
I have a feeling Jake thinks it'll be him. That video told us anything. can check it out on our YouTube page, youtube.com/World Racquetball.
It's a nice shot there.
There's number 2, Alex Cardona from the back of the court. It's another point. That's 2-0. Cardona looking cool and collected, and as usual, taking his time there in the service box. We've been talking about the mental game, and I think that's a big part of it for some players. I've seen like Javier Moreno does that. Alex Cardona takes his time up there too, really gathering his mentalness.
Yeah, it's a good way just to take a minute and catch your breath, and it also gives you, a couple seconds just to think about what serve you're going to do, or, how you want the next rally to go. And sometimes I try and do it, but other times it
you're
doesn't
pretty
work.
quick in the service box. That's what I noticed today in our first quarterfinal match.
And
I think sometimes it helps with the momentum would be my guess. As I interrupt you.
No,
Excuse
you're good,
me.
sorry. I was just going to say that, sometimes it depends on how the match is going to. If you're tired, or if you just, sometimes your opponent likes to play fast, so you want to slow them down. Or sometimes, if you want to keep serving because your opponent's tired, it all kind of depends on how it's going. Yeah. Cardona kind of does this every time.
Yeah, so I haven't seen him switch that really.
Pretty steady in how he plays, which is good. I mean, same routine like we were talking about earlier. Routine. Here it is. Same thing every time. That way, no matter what, if you're winning or losing, you kind of have something to go to focus on, and just kind of collect your thoughts and get back in there and play the game.
Ooh, nice return from Rios, just out of reach for Cardona. Back of the court. See if Rios has an opportunity here to get some points on the board. One of the quicker players here on the WRT.
Unforced error there.
Yep, an error for Cardona means it's a first point for Rios.
It's a nice serve. And even though he won that point, like I said in the first game, how he pinched it from the back and left it up, that's if Cardona sets up and puts that away, which he should, it's not what you want to be doing.
Unforced error there from Rios. Cut him off at 2 in a row, but he got some points up there. Now it's back in Cardona's control. Let's see if Rios can keep his momentum going and get a side out.
Yeah, it's good to get on the board for him and kind of get a couple points, like you said. Oh, nice rally. That was nice.
Some quick hits there as they came almost playing like short ball or something there for a few minutes.
Yeah, that was a good little rally. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, 2 good players to watch here as Cardona takes the lead a little bit, up by 3, 5-32.
Got to give a shout out to my Team USA partner, Jose Diaz. He said he's watched my match, and he's watching right now. So it's good to have anyone watching that we can, even if it's him.
Nice to know your teammate supports you, Jake.
It's a nice shot.
Yeah, Cardona on a bit of a roll right now. A couple in a row. Looks like Rios is going to capitalize and take use of his time out. I think we're going to go ahead and take a break too as things heat up in game 2. We'll be right back. And we're back in game 2 of our second quarterfinal match here today between Alex Cardona and Fernando Rios. Cardona taking game 1 15-3 and leading now here in game 2 7-2. Rios, a very strong player here on the WRT, ranked number 16 currently. Seems to be a little off his game or something this morning. I'm not seeing that hunger that he normally has, but he's playing pretty steadily. as he
Yeah,
steps
and
back into the box.
it's hard when, you know, your opponent goes on 4 and 5 point runs to really get fired up, you know, to get into it, but it's all mental, and it's something you have to do.
Yeah, that's one thing that's always so interesting to me about racquetball. I come from more of a team sports background, so watching an individual sport, trying to keep yourself fired up and be your own coach,
Yep.
there's a lot that's going on out there.
Yeah, definitely. And it does, you know, sometimes it depends on the person. For me, sometimes it's nice to just go out and play my game and not worry about it, but other times it's nice to have someone outside to be able to look at and kind of, you know, give you a little fire or something, you know.
Yeah, some kind of support.
Yeah, exactly.
Or let you know you're on the right track. Or I think that's one of the nice things on the WRT is we promote good sportsmanship, and a lot of times you see a lot of the players looking out for each other and cheering each other on when, you know, later in the day you're going to be competing against each other on the court too. So.
No, and that's part of why I love playing the WRT is, you know, outside the court, we're all really good friends and we can hang out and, like you said, cheer for the person, even if we're going to play them later. But as soon as you step on that court, it's game on, and I want to beat you no matter what.
Right.
So
another competitor,
but,
another game.
Yeah, it is. It's nice to, you know, we play and travel with each other a lot, so it's nice to be able to hang out and whatever outside the court. It's fun. Another great shot by Cardona.
Cardona with an 8-point lead here in game 2, looking pretty comfortable out there in the service box. Big rip there from Cardona from the back of the court. Backhand.
He's definitely in control of this game right now, and I don't know how many times I've said it, but when he's in control, it's very hard to do anything to change that. Unfortunately, I know from personal experience too.
Yeah, you guys have matched up against each other many times. And it looks like you could match up again here today. Nice effort there from Cardona, seeing him hit the floor. Puts Rios back in the service box, down by 10 in game 2.
Wow.
Interesting shot there from the back of the court.
Okay then. I guess that works.
That was surprising.
That was pretty nasty.
And this gives Cardona an opportunity here. He's 2 away from closing out the match.
Tough serve, even though it came off the back wall.
This will be match point for Alex Cardona. Oh, excuse me, 13. I guess we had the score wrong here.
Nice shot by Michu there.
Nice side out for Rios. He's holding on here in game 2. Quick side out then. setup there for Cardona. Took advantage of it. That means it's going to be, now it's match point for Alex Cardona.
See if he can finish it on this one. Oh, nice get.
Big rally here to end the match. That means Cardona takes the win. He'll push through to the semifinals tonight and play against Jake Bredenbeck, who I'm sure was taking notes all match long. Thank you, Jake, for joining me on the mic here today in your home state of Minnesota.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun being on the mic.
Next up, we have our next quarterfinal match between Cliff Swain and David Bobby Horn, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes. Keep it right here with the WRT.